Got a mod today I want to show you for some more rod holders. You've seen my trolling rod holders that go in the front flush mounts on my Hobie. Well, today I'm going to show you some that I've made to go in the rear flush mounts of my Hobie. The guys that I mainly use mine for storage. I don't do a whole lot of trolling off these rear holders. So stick around and check it out. If you like it, you can make some of your own. They're pretty inexpensive and you can make them in just a matter of a few minutes. So let's get to it. Alright, so the few parts you're going to need for this, you're going to need 1.5 inch PVC by 1.25 inch PVC bushing. What they mean by bushing is it goes right into a fitting. You don't need a coupling or anything. It fits right inside of a fitting. Alright, then you're going to need 2 these 1.5 inch PVC tees. And for the Hobie, the flush mount is 1.25 inch size. So you need a piece of 1.25 inch. And then you need a piece of 1.5 inch Schedule 40 PVC. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to glue the bushing into one end or the other. Doesn't matter because they're both the same. One end of the tee. This is the part that's going to stick down into the rod holder on the kayak. Okay, so what I've got here is I've got my tee, I've got my bushing installed, I've got a piece of 1.25 inch pipe that I've already cut down to length. Now the way I got the length for mine is I used a rod holder, a single rod holder that I already had made, and I just used that to get my dimension. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut a piece to go right between these two. And you want them to fit snug. You don't want any gap in here. You want them to fit right together. And that measures to 1.25 inch. So if you double that for both cups, that would be 2.5. Now what I'm going to do to make sure that it fits snug is I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off of that. So I'm going to cut it 2 3/8. Okay, we got our piece cut. Now what we want to do, if you'll notice I didn't run any primer right around the edge. Reason is I don't want too much primer showing on these. I want to try to keep it kind of clean. So I'm putting most of the primer out on the ends of the pipe and down more inside the cup. Still get the same purpose, still works. You just don't have primer everywhere. And your rod holders aren't purple. Now, there might be some ladies out there that want purple rod holders, and that's cool. I'm not one of those ladies. Okay, now if you look, there's seams in these fittings. You can use these seams to line up to make sure everything's nice and straight. And you give it a quick look, make sure it's all like you want it. Now the next thing we want to do, we want to install our riser. That's the piece that the rod's actually going to sit in. Now I've got one made here already that I still haven't cut the notch out, but ready to be mounted here. Now what I'm going to do though is I'm going to measure. These are pretty tall. Oops, excuse me. These are pretty tall. So I'm going to shorten them up just a bit because I've got plenty of room to play with. I'm going to go to about right there. This is just an eyeball. There's no science behind it. Just however you want to do it. Okay, I've got this one trimmed down. And put it in. Now to measure the second one, all we've got to do, come up here, put our finger there, take a pencil, cut that one off. Got our flush mount holders. Got our extensions we made. This will slide right in like that. You can put your extra one to the inside, or you can turn around to the outside, however you want to do it. The reason I did this is so I can turn them to the inside, because I don't have any rod holders on my bait tank. Yes, that's a trash can. I'm experimenting with it for a bait tank. It holds a lot of water and holds a lot of bait fish, gives them a lot of room to swim. Anyway, but that's about it for the old rod holder extension. I got to clean it up a little bit, add the bevel to this one, and then make the match for the other side. So there you have it. If you have any questions, let me know. Feel free to subscribe if you like, and good luck with your own project. Thanks again.